I'm not going to say what I would do right now.
I know. I've seen what happens to you. I believe it goes like this.
Oh.
And then it goes like this. And then it goes like this.
And then I would think about it for years and years and years.
And then you don't sleep. And then you beat yourself up. We're on, but we're not on the screen. So.
Wait.
Go, he says.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're just doing audio. We have audio, just no TV.
There is audio. Hi, everyone.
Oh!
Yay.
First and foremost, to Ethan, thank you. You are an angel, and you are so good. To producer Ryan, you're the worst. This is all your fault. I can see you right now, and man. You know, if I didn't love you so much, if you didn't know Network Ryan and you didn't pay the bills, I'd be really tearing into you.
Yeah.
But we would never tear into anyone because this whole show is about love and about being together. And we say it all the time, making the world a better place, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what we are doing. Welcome to the Monday edition of your show, minus LB, as you can tell. And that is the whole part of this show that we're going to lean into, is how important Little Brookman is. He built an entire booklet. Double-sided. It's about, 10 to 12 pages? Are we just staying on Brooks there? Okay, we're mixing now. Here we go.
Are we on?
So we got producer Ethan on. And we, how, we weren't that late. Like 10 minutes? To the 6 people waiting. I apologize. But this is, and Brooksy just said it perfectly. She said, everyone will never forget this moment, and we all learned how to do it. So we are finally in.
Hopefully.
And Ethan, yes, great job in there. LB, I know he was on the phone and still doing everything, but all right, Network.
Should we try
Network
to do a
Ryan's
Maggie
out
cam?
of the producer. Ryan came out of the booth and changed his uniform to Network Ryan, and he says, Maggie cam time. Ethan, you got a Maggie cam for me as she runs away? I got her. Watch this. Watch this one. Hey, Megs.
You want treats?
Maggie.
Come here, come get
Look
a treat,
at this.
girlie.
Yeah. Come on up. Come on.
Come on, let's get treats.
We have to come up to get
Oh,
it.
it's going to be just butt.
Turnaround cam.
Oh, just the
there
fluffiest.
There she is. That is the Maggie Cam, proudly brought to you by our good friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Mike and Rochelle over there. Amazing human beings. I have to stop by and get some food very soon, so I'll come by for a visit, and it'll be very fun. And that's where Rebecca goes, too. Wow. Brando also goes there. It's almost like the advertising is working.
I wash my dogs there all the time.
She does. But you and
best
I...
dog wash.
Sorry, Brooksy, the voice of the millennials in the house, host of Past Your Bedtime or Our?
Past Our Bedtime.
I know there's 2 of them, so I always have to say the right one.
Yeah,
Past Our
no.
Bedtime podcast. You can check it out. We reposted it on some socials and all that. And it's one of the most coolest things I've ever seen. And thank you for creating that because it's so fun. We made Maggie's Adventures videos, Adventures of Maggie, I guess it was called. And it was so much fun. And we're going to bring that back soon as well. Thanks to our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. Brooksy is also social media maven around here. She does all the social media at Wendy Brooks Media. Is there anything you don't do? Besides suck?
You know, I don't do video games as good as you.
Well, we can
So-
work on that because we have our Twitch channel now as well, which is
I
very
know.
fun.
I was thinking, like, I have all these Nintendo 64 games.
Get out of here.
That I would love to bring my console over and.
Well, you know,
Twitch it up with
we
you.
are starting a show called Gary and Brando Get Good at Gaming Extravaganza, I think it is. Is that right? Producer Ryan? Yeah, nailed it.
It's not the joystick.
No. We didn't go with
Joystick Adventures.
We had a lot of cool names, but it is a video game show that we're starting hopefully this week. And maybe you could be a guest on there as well.
Cool. Would love
So
to
that'll
talk
be fun.
about Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It's basically all I played back in the day. So.
And that ages you a little bit, so that's okay.
A
What are you like,
little.
25, 26 now? How old are you?
Oh,
Around
what
there?
a compliment. I'm 30.
Yeah.
30, flirty, and thriving.
Yeah, and I'm good at working out. I'm not.
Oh.
It was a joke. Never mind. The best way to get out of bad jokes that don't land, go to something that feels right. And over this past weekend, I was at TCU Place for the Fire in the Kitchen cook-off, as well. The Pink Wig Gala was upstairs, and we had the cook-off downstairs. So I got to see a whole bunch of my man Kinger, who was on the show. Saw him right before as he was coming in, and I was coming. We met at the front and hugged it out, and a huge event, sold out. Lots of good stuff with the Pink Wig Gala. So props to them. And the Fire in the Kitchen cook-off. Oh, Brooksy, I felt like you. I felt like you at work when someone yelled at you.
Yeah, why?
I cried so much.
Why?
Oh, it was so emotional. So, the Fire in the Kitchen cook-off, we had Logan on here to talk about it. And it's such an amazing fundraiser for the Burn Fund. And first, the shout-outs. There's so many people, because my brother Davey's a firefighter. So Davey is like, I always joke he's a firefighter and doesn't mind telling you about it. And so when you go to a big fundraiser for firefighters and it's a live cooking show, it's always moving and shaking. And so you're always talking to all these different people. And I had Justin come up to me. I had Zane. Well, Zane was operating it. Cheesy, Logan's dad, Cheesy, was telling me stories about Dave. They all said, make sure you say hi to Davey. Make sure you say hi to Dave. And there's a bunch more people that I talked to that night that wanted to pass along the love. And it's just, there's so much love in that environment, that community. My man, Jay Protz, is the go-to guy for, he's not the president. I call him El Presidente.
Oh, that's
of the Federation. And he's such a good dude. And we hung out there. And Carla and Zane were sort of the point people for this. And it was their basically first time doing all of it, because Protzy, again, he used to do it all, and then he went up to El Presidente town. So now there's a whole different thing, and we all sort of learned together as we went through the evening. But the reason the tears came out was, like, we were seated right next to the memorial table for a fallen brother. So I was like looking at that right after the Regina team, because he was from the Regina squad, did a big cheers and an emotional read for him. So I was sitting there, I had like my towel over my head, trying to hide my tears. And Royal Anders was there. He was with me, him and his lovely wife, Amelia. So they were like, it's okay, Gary. I was like, I'll get through it.
Aww.
And then I'd have to go talk to someone else in the crowd. There was a guy who was a member of the firefighting team. And he told the story about how his nephew had was in a fire and had like 35% of his body covered, and it was like horrific stuff. And so I just taken in, like,
you're gonna make me cry.
Well, it's just the empathy that I feel now. Like this is Gary, like version 4.0, where I feel everything so much more, and I knew it going in, but the tears were flowing. Like, I talked to that guy, and we talked about that, and I sat down, cried, and then I would talk to Kim Sutherland is one of like the greatest human beings in the history of the universe. And she was with Protz, like her and Jay Protz put it all together basically for like the Fire in the Kitchen cook-offs. And she was sort of like one of the people that we would bring in and get on the air. And they had a big tribute video. And as it was going on, I went over and like sat by her while we watched it. And then I gave her a big hug and told her I loved her. And, you know, we reconnected because I hadn't talked to her in a while. I saw her when she came in. So I saw her there. I was like, I'm going to cry later with you. She's like, oh, no, it's too soon. I was like, I will. And then that was one of the points. Like, her video was so emotional. And I love her so much. I'm so connected with her. So I cried during that. Then I cried at some other stuff. It's just so much crying. But, like, all of, like, you know, good crying. Because you see all the good that the Burn Fund does and all that stuff. So it was just such a draining evening. And then as I'm walking out, and this was sort of like the kicker.
Yeah.
I was walking out to my car to drive home at the end of the night, and the car parked behind me. The guy had just finished work, and then I was walking up to my car, and I just hear, F this, like screaming, and like he's so angry. And as I got closer, I noticed someone smashed in his window. Smashed it in.
At TC, I guess it's downtown.
While he was working. Aww. So I'm walking to my car. I'm all like high with the emotions. I'm like, yes, we did so much good tonight. And then I see this, and I'm like, oh man. And at first, I was scared. I was like, is this guy like, you know, is this his car? Is he breaking in? Like, what's going on? And then as I realized more and more, I like just asked him, and this is sort of practice what you preach type of stuff. It's like, if you want to make the world a better place, you sure as hell better be willing to do it, right?
Yeah.
So I like took up all the courage I could and went up to a total stranger who was raging and cursing and so upset. And I just said, oh, dude, like, I'm so sorry. Like, what happened? I was like, man, I just got off my shift. I just want to go home and look at this. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do? He's like, I was like breathing with him. I was like, man, we can get through this. He's like, well, it's okay. And he started like calming down a little bit. And then I looked in the back seat, and I got a couple blankets and towels in the back there for Marge whenever we ride around. And I was like, dude, I got these. And I went and grabbed them. He's like, no, it's okay. I got some of these. And we sort of like had this little bonding moment after I just spent the whole night bonding and being emotional. And when I left him, I was like, man, I love you. I hope everything works out. He's like, no, it's good. He looked me down there. I was like, thank you very much. I really appreciate your help. So it's just like the magic of that event carried over already instantly to the point where I had enough confidence to go up to a stranger who was raging and be like, "Can I help in any way?"
Wow, that's a huge day
Isn't
for
that
you.
crazy? It's
Like
so
you
much.
probably went to bed like at a decent time that night after crying that hard.
Which brings it all full circle is that I went full Brooksy.
Yeah.
Like once I got home, it's just, and I just melted it.
I like how you're calling me out for my cry fest.
Well, that's okay because we don't do it anymore, right? We're not
You're
in the
right.
environment where it happens.
I don't know.
Not yet. Exactly. Not the kind of crying that Network Ryan makes me do every single night because he says, "You didn't promote the audio feeds that we have now for all of our shows." So you can head to Spreaker's the thing we use. The audio, what are Spotify's? Come on, keep them going. Apple Pies.
Everywhere you get
Spotify,
podcasts.
Apple Pies, podcasts, anywhere. Audio versions. So if you're a letter carrier like my man Adam or my man The Abyss or anyone else, you can go and download that and you can hear the shows and it's all good. There may even be some little treats at the front or something like that. We did some recording today to sort of make it feel more professional, which is pretty cool. Network Ryan, for all the stuff he does to piss us off, he's very smart and that's the only reason he's here. The only reason.
SMART.
That's how you actually spell it.
I know.
I thought it was supposed to be SMART.
Yeah, but he's actually smart.
Oh. And now we know who isn't smart. Moving right along. Thank you again for all the feels over the weekend. If you want to be a part of this thing that we're doing, this whole movement of bringing each other up, we're not in the business of bringing people down. Karma being very, very real. Make the world a better place. Head to dufferinav.com. You want to create with us, we're more than happy to bring you in and help along with that. If you want to advertise with us, same thing. We will help you out. Brooksy.
Yes.
Getting to the heart of the matter here.
Okay. Well, you talked a lot about your weekend.
Yes.
So this weekend I did something like really special and I saw The Little Mermaid at the Persephone Theater.
Yes.
And we took all the kids. So our oldest is 14. He wanted nothing to do with it. So it was like, I'm way too cool for school to watch this Little Mermaid play.
I remember my first ever musical. It was Phantom of the Opera. And I was like, no way, I'm never going.
Yeah.
I fell in love.
You
To
loved
this day,
it.
I love Family Opera. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he loved it.
Yeah, of
Absolutely.
course. Of course.
Yeah. Like, couldn't get over it. And I just wanted to shout it out because it's still on until
I have so
May
many
5th.
questions. Yes. And Kelsey Stone, friend of the show, my man Tim Stone's beautiful, lovely wife. She choreographed it.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Isn't that insane?
Like it's
so
so
good.
and like all the actors like sing so well and they make you actually feel like you're like it's underwater.
I have
somehow.
so many questions. Can I just start peppering you with
Yeah,
all the
you
questions?
pepper me away.
All right, as a guy who grew up with all the Disney movies, my little sister Stace, shout out to Stace, Little Mermaid was one of the big ones that we'd watch a lot. So I know all the songs. What was your favorite song from the show?
So in the actual movie it's different, but in the play Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
Oh my gosh. Like
Under the Sea.
I know, and the character who played Sebastian was so good and his voice was unreal and they had all of the characters come out.
How can we get a version of that with Sebastian Bach singing the Sebastian part of Under the Sea? Like, under the sea, man. They got honey oil under the sea. You know, it'd be like an adult version, but really fun. You know Sebastian Bach? You probably don't know from Skid Row.
No.
He also does local stuff. And Network, Ryan is going to love this. Also toured with One Bad Son, who talked about it on their debuting One Bad Son podcast, which will hopefully drop this weekend, talking about Sebastian Bach. So that's a little bit of INSI info for you.
That would be cool, I think. It sounds cool already.
There you go. So. Halfway there. What other songs? Tell me more.
Oh, there's other songs I think they had in the play that aren't actually in the movie that were really, really good.
They made their own songs?
Yeah, and they also like kind of tweaked some things around. So Flounder had Heelys, and it was so
like the
cool.
shoes.
Like the shoes.
Tell people what Heelys are.
Yeah, so they're the shoes where you roll around.
They have little wheels on like the heels.
Yeah, and then Flounder in the play had a mad crush on Ariel, so they were like playing off of that too. It was super funny. And then they had a starfish character that all the kids loved, and all he did was come out and like stick himself to things like face first, so you couldn't even see him. Yeah.
So we got music, we got comedy.
Yeah.
How true was it to the story itself? Like, did you get the whole 9 yards? Like the Ariel singing about what do you call this thing? What is it or whatever with the spork? It's like a spoon
the spork. A dingle
dingle
hopper.
Network Ryan also loves to quote The Little Mermaid. Just learned that. He's not joking.
Oh.
First movie he saw in the theater.
Wow.
Don't judge him.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like pretty legit. I watched like the live action Little Mermaid
Okay.
before, and there's a part where Elsa, is that the bad character's name?
Ursula.
Ursula,
You're
sorry.
close.
Yeah, close. Ursula turns like beautiful, and she's like trying to steal like the prince, but in the play that didn't happen. So now I'm like all confused if that actually happens in the real movie or not.
Oh no, you've lost like your faith in the original
I know,
version.
so I have to watch the original movie. But yeah, no, it was all really, really good, really well done. The actors were spot on, perfect.
Yeah.
The
We got
dancing,
such an
singing, amazing.
awesome community here as far as like the Persephone goes and all the good stuff that comes through there, hey?
Yeah, it was great.
cool.
And the kid loved it.
Of course. That's a given.
Yeah, and if he finds out I ratted him out saying that he loved it, he's still singing it. It's been like 3 days since we watched it. He's singing it this morning before school.
That's how you
I'm
know
sure
it's
he's
good.
humming it in the middle of class.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that is great. Now, this is one more little work in I got for Network, Ryan, because The Little Mermaid, the Capcom version for the 8-bit Nintendo, my little sis also had that game. And boy, oh boy, it was the first game I ever played where I beat it without dying one time.
Oh my gosh.
So that could be another speed run we could be looking into when we get into Gary and Brando's Get Good at Games extravaganza,
The Little
which will be
Mermaid
dropping
game?
soon.
What
Yeah,
is
that
it?
could be the one.
What is it called?
The Little Mermaid.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's not really creative. It's the Nintendo Entertainment System, and you pop it in, and it's 8 bits of so much fun, and it's such a good game. Like you're Ariel, and you go in and you just flip your fin, and then it shoots little bubbles, and then you can upgrade your bubbles, and then you gotta kill all the monsters until you have to fight Ursula, and it's just a great game. So much content coming from the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it sounds like you were really sweaty playing that game.
I know what that means now.
Yeah.
I was trying very, very hard. That is true. I was sweaty, not to be confused with this sweaty that I have going here.
Yeah, you actually are pretty sweaty right now.
I thought I was just being funny.
No,
Am I?
you're like sweating.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep these closed
I'm just
now.
kidding. I can't tell. You have no sleeves.
Yeah, I don't got sleeves. That's why I don't wear sleeves. Then you can't see my pitters, right?
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Just they could be wet and doesn't matter.
That's it. The reason I'm picking up my phone right now and not using my cue cards is because I have a note on my cue card that says playoff draft pool update.
Oh.
This one's for Coach Mazer. As well, shout out to Coach Mazer and to Scotty, my main man Scotty. By the way, we got to get that pizza show up and running with Asher, so we'll be in touch. He's going to stop by this week. We're going to talk some business. But we have our playoff draft pool, and I have it ready because I prepped.
This
Look
is
at that.
perfect because I think
You
my
have a
husband
team, right?
Brad put in a team
Yes,
for us.
you did.
And I would love to know where we are because I don't have the app.
Yes, and the best part about this draft is that there's no points yet because you just pick a team from each round. So it's more just shouting out the names.
Okay.
So we're going to let everyone know who made it in, including yours truly. It was like literally at like 11:58 when I scrambled to get it done.
Yeah.
And it's the worst drafting I've ever done.
I'm just glad you put in a team this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to contribute in some way. So the great Bobby Goodtimes is in. Bobby Goodtimes, if you listen to the other show at all, he was the official lawyer of the show over there. And he's one of my favorite human beings on the planet Earth. Also an original contributing member to Kyle and Gary's Super Awesome podcast, almost 15 years ago now, the first ever podcast that was the precipice for this entire operation. So shout out to Bobby Goodtimes. We have Firm's bracket. I'm not sure who Firm's is. We have B. Sean's bracket. Is that your
Ooh,
team?
that's me.
That would be you guys. You're in there. Johnny Dufferin's in there. That real piece of work, the other half of this operation. Jay Mays' bracket, Willie Mays' bracket. That's Coach's brother and Coach's nephew. Oh, Big C, 25's bracket. That's our buddy Colton Wall. I love you, Big C. He's coming over on Wednesday. We watch AEW Dynamite together. He's a wrestling. He was
Wrestling.
Again, he was also, man, I keep forgetting about how many people were on the original Kyle and Gary Super Awesome podcast. Big C was our wrestling expert. So we'd come in for all the pay-per-views and we'd preview the pay-per-views. Maybe we'll start doing that again with Big C.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, okay, so we got that. The Butcher, Neil Weeb's team. And get this, you wanted to know about a double-edged sword. The Butcher was his nickname when he played hockey because he butchered souls. If you pissed off the butcher, you paid the price. And now he's like the head butcher for like a professional living. So the butcher basically
Became the
butcher. So that's really, I would
Love
see him at
that.
Costco whenever I go by. Neil, love you, buddy. You are amazing. The Go-Go 15s, the Dino franchises, the Calgary Les Habitants. I was told not to comment about the Habitants.
Why?
that team from Montreal, because there's a lot of fans of that team from Montreal, and we don't want to upset them. So I'm not going to. That comes from the tippity top.
Okay.
Like that's like all the way up. So I heard you. No making fun of them. Never.
Can I?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Never.
I have nothing to say.
Mord So's, I believe that's our Masters draft winner, who we should be seeing this week. We got the Anchor Greeks bracket, Ash Kid, Rock Stars, Crucial Taunts, and the Haymazers.
Wow.
That's a lot of teams.
I was going to say that's way more than the golf
What's
one.
going 19 teams. 19.
19.
That's like triple the people watching right now.
If I win out of 19 people, whew, I guess it's not me though. It's my
Yeah, well,
husband, but.
whoever does win, again, they're going to get a sweet prize pack. We got swag coming. You said some people are interested
Yeah,
in...
people
Okay.
are commenting on socials
talk about that for a
asking
second, yeah.
when the damn merch is coming in.
When the damn merch is coming in. See, Network Ryan, I hate when he's right, and it's all the time now. That's what I'm learning, and it really pisses me off.
Yeah, you'll never be right around him.
No, he's just too damn smart. But yeah, he was talking about the merch because him and the good brothers over at CCO, they're about to make a big order for all of their gear, which I told the story last week about how I went to order it and got insufficiently funded on all my cards. So I just want to support them. They have so much cool swag. Like their swag is like top of the hops, like so good. I was trying to order bunny hug t-shirts, a couple t-shirts, and a bunch of other stuff. And so they're going to make an order right away. So Coach Mazer has taken upon the responsibility of putting these shirts together because Coach Mazer designed, I believe it's 6 different versions of our Neon Flamingos jerseys, as well as 4 or 5 different versions of our Rhinos jerseys. Those are our
Wow.
rec teams here in the sports community. So he's all about designing sweet, sweet swag.
Sweet. Well,
So for the one person asking for it, we're going to order like 1,000 and you can have one. And then we'll go from there.
you'll be wearing merch just like Network Ryan every day of your life.
I wonder what the rules are as far as wearing your own gear.
Well,
Is it the same?
There's no rules. Look at him. I don't
I
think
know.
I've ever seen him not wearing a Commander
But-
Cookout shirt or
But
hat.
is it the same? Is it as controversial as like grown men wearing jerseys? Because I was taught at a very early age by the great Drew Remenda, who you know from sports.
Not to wear your jersey.
You remember this,
Unless
right?
it's Jersey Day.
Even then.
No, I would.
Grown adults don't need to be
Motion
wearing jerseys. He
Fitness-
got that into me. I was like, you know what? That's a good point.
Motion Fitness had a Jersey Day at the gym for some reason, but I wore my jersey. It
To
was
work out?
To work out.
Doesn't that get
I was the
sweaty?
only one. I felt like that kid.
Yeah, that's no, that sounds horrible. Why would you do that?
Well, some people wear sweatsuits, to sweat it out. I just wore a
Yeah.
jersey. So
I used to, actually, I didn't used to. My man, Sweet Ass, he used to wrestle back in the day. And we'd go to his house at lunchtime and
Okay,
we'd
hold
eat all of his food.
Did you
while
say his name is Sweet Ass?
Sweet Ass, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And he was a very good wrestler. He like won city titles and went to provincials and stuff. But he would like cut weight. He would do the whole wearing the
Yeah.
garbage bags, go out and run and cut that weight, lose all that water weight.
Yeah.
So
that
I
was me.
totally get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
always
mean, I would
thought
never do
that's-
it again, but
No, it sounds dangerous.
I just was trying to support Motion Fitness,
Well, that's good. We're all about supporting here, right?
Yeah, they also support like local a lot too. So
We love local.
yeah, and like look at these muscles.
That's a commercial right there.
It's a gun
for-
show.
What's your workout place? Motion Fitness?
Motion Fitness.
Okay, why don't you talk to
Motion
them and see
Fitness.
if they can get some advertising on with us.
Motion Fitness.
So then when you show off those pipes the next
Yeah.
time you're here, you can be like, built by, or no, sorry, powered by
Powered by.
Brooksy's Pipes, powered by Motion
Yeah.
Fitness. And,
And
then
then
you can
I'll-
even be specific, like the fly machine at Motion Fitness. And that's how we could promote it. That's the beauty of this place, though.
Yeah.
If if
You
you,
can do
have
anything.
any interest in advertising with us, there are no rules. We have nobody telling us you can't do that. So if you want to have literally that ad right there, we can make it happen for you. We just want to help you. We don't care about pricing or anything. We'll go whatever you can afford to pay. We just want to help you. So help us help you. That's the name of the game here as we continue to try to make people understand that we need to start helping each other again and stop caring about ourselves so damn much.
Yeah. Also, we have so many creative people that are here in
Isn't
this
that wild?
building. So
These people, you want to talk about these
Yeah.
people. My man, producer Ethan. So we get in here. This is the very first day that we've ever tried to do a show without LB, without Lil
Yeah.
Brookman, the brain, the
Miss
heart, the
you,
soul,
little
Mr. Everything.
Brookman.
LB, we miss you so much. He only got like 3 calls. And they all came after we got text saying, everything okay there? No show today? I got 3 actually asking if there's a show or not. And he is so good that LB talked to everyone through it and got us on. Ethan had everything ready to go. Producer Ryan did nothing. He just sat there and like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And we were trying to calm his ass
Why'd you
down.
hang up the phone?
Yeah, I did hear that. That is true. He did say that. And there was a bunch of cursing and cussing in between those 3 words.
Yeah, all these people waiting for us for like 10 minutes. There was
yeah.
lots going on our end.
Point being, we got people that have never done this before that got us on the air.
Yes.
And I said,
know.
I said it out loud. I said, I don't care about intros. I don't care about anything else. Just get us on the air. And I think I got a little catty at one point because Ethan's like, we're trying to get on the air.
I
It's
know.
like,
They like
I went too
shut
far.
the window. You're like, we heard you say this 100 times, Gary.
And in my head,
Sit
I
down.
know it's not helping. I know I'm not adding any good to the situation. I'm just saying it out loud for myself so I can stop being like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. My mom's going to be so mad at me because I'm not on the air right now.
Yeah, you guys should have told him to take a seat.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done.
Kick rocks. Touch grass, bro. Go touch some grass.
Touch the grass.
Man, I will tell you, I had a hell of a day playing Overwatch 2 today.
Yeah? Why?
Oh, I won like 6 games in a row. I got my SR up to like silver 1. It was a great day.
So there's
I'm
no
so
touching
sweaty.
grass for you today.
Well,
besides
I'm
the
touching it
amazing
now.
turf in here.
Shout out to Turf Doctor for hooking us up with that one. My man Mark and Hunter over there doing such great things with all of this stuff. I can't wait to have an actual, some sort of like putting or chipping or maybe a chip and putt tournament.
I need to take like a video of this so people know what we're talking about every time we talk about it.
Yes,
it's
the
beautiful.
turf on this floor. It's like Augusta, Georgia. It's incredible.
It's
I take off. I'm going to take off my shoes so I can really feel it.
Earthing it.
Grounding. It's not
Grounding.
earthing. It's grounding. I'm going to ground
It's the
myself.
same thing. Earthing and grounding.
Turfing. That's the second good thing Network Ryan has contributed today.
Yeah. What was the first
Turfing.
again?
I forgot.
Being
It's
smart?
the first thing.
S-M-A-R-T.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh gosh.
Very good. Okay, so time-wise, we got some time left.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your latest operation.
Me.
Yes, tell us about your brand new podcast that you just debuted because I've watched it 7 or 8 times now, and I can't get enough. Except for like the part about the menstrual cycles, that was a little tough for me to get through, but I learned, so that was good too.
Yeah. So me and my bestie Cora started a podcast called.
And
Past
I love
Our
Cora
Bedtime.
too, by the way. She's so sweet.
Yeah, hardcore Cora. Shout out to
Hardcore.
you.
Not hardcore anymore though.
Well, you should have saw her on our vacation we just took. It was pretty
Okay, I
hardcore.
take it
but,
back. I take it back.
Yeah, so it's just us in our PJs. I don't know what you're thinking about. Anyway, it's just us in our PJs drinking some tea and talking about whatever comes to mind. So our menstrual cycle, as you said. And you know what? We talked about superheroes.
That was awesome. The Batman impressions were really good.
Yeah, what we would do if we had a whole day to ourselves without any kids, any husbands, you know.
She was really upset with yours. Hey? Like, why would you take a bath in the middle of the day?
Yeah, I'm a bath taker.
Girl.
Yeah,
Epsom salts.
Yeah,
Epsoms.
and Gary was talking about pain management, and that is huge for me. Like if I'm hurting, like getting a bath and getting some Epsom salts in there, like it's game changing.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get them on the bath train. Lots of people don't like baths, though.
It's weird. I don't know. I've
you can
just been a shower guy for
after.
so long. It's not weird like that. Like I'm not like the typical like you're just boiling yourself in your own grease or whatever. I don't care about that. Like I love hot tubs. I'll stay in a hot tub forever. That doesn't bother me. I think it's just more of like the fact that I could be washing myself standing up and it would be quicker. I feel like it takes me longer to get in
but
and
the
out.
bath isn't about washing yourself.
That's the problem. Is I can't get myself into that mental state.
You need to like set up a little screen or have your little phone and watch some podcasts and, you know, watch Commander Cookout.
Yeah, I love that show.
Watch Past Your Bedtime.
Where can people find yours?
So on YouTube, we're called Past Our Bedtime.
Okay.
But it's all one word with a period is the only way you're going to find it right now because there's a show called Past Your Bedtime that's actually really huge right now. We might have picked the wrong name.
I don't think so.
See.
I think this will work out very well.
Yeah. So when you search Past Our Bedtime, it just takes you to Past Your Bedtime. So very specifically, it needs to be Past Our Bedtime, period, all one word. And it should show up. And if not, my socials, Wendy Brooks. You can find it anywhere. I'm not private at all. You can just watch anything I'm doing at any time.
Before we get to the other part that I really, really liked about that, I also posted on my personal Facebooker machine thing. So you can find it there, as well as a sick video of one of our friends in Untimely Demise. I'm not wearing the shirt today. I normally wear it. They were doing suppressing Matt Murballs of one of my favorite Untimely Demise songs. I got that little clip posted there as they're getting ready to do some more shows, which is going to be awesome. You talked about how you used to post on your Facebooking when you first got it. I want you to touch on that because I was laughing so hard because so many people can relate to that.
It's embarrassing. So
Yeah, it's so embarrassing. You put it on your podcast so all of your viewers could see.
I know, but I rewatching it. It's a little cringe. Anyway, when I was young, like I got Facebook in grade 7.
Yeah, that's what you said.
So grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, most cringiest captions or statuses I've ever made in my life. So I would like day to day say exactly what I was doing, like going to the mall with my boyfriend, XOXO, or like I would be like, this person's so dumb, you got it, what's coming to you. Yeah. Like mean, but wouldn't put anyone's name, wouldn't
Very
say anything.
vague.
Yeah, or it'd be like, who wants me to have a party today? And everyone would be like, me, and I'd be like, everyone come, and I'd just invite the whole Facebook world. I don't know.
That's how it used to be, I guess.
And
right?
I also photos come up, and I have a lot of locked photos on my Facebook that no one could see but me. Okay. But they show up, and I'm like, why was I taking photos of myself doing that underage on, the socials?
We're talking like drinking, smoking.
Yeah. So I'm not going to admit that I smoked just in case the kids see it. But, lots of that stuff was happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think it's so funny that it was like a time capsule because everyone would do that.
Yeah.
You'd post stuff like, oh, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I love him.
Or like if you go through a breakup, ooh, the posts are so bad.
That's what it is.
I was looking for attention.
Yeah.
I thought I was so cool. I'm going to say, or I'm just going to out him. I'm going to be like, you cheated on me and you suck. And then I'd be like, all these girls will know, but nobody cares. All those girls were after him before that anyway. So
That's a good point.
I don't wild time on Facebook. So every once in a while I'll go, like usually if something really bad comes up, like I'm saying something offensive that I now know not to say anymore, like I delete it. I'm like, delete.
Get it out of there.
But every once in a while I'm like, I gotta keep that one so I remember how dumb I was when I was like 16.
Like I remember when it first started coming in and I knew what was going to happen. Like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Why would anyone ever do this? And you look around and everyone's doing it.
You've
like,
always
already.
been like this?
Since the start.
Oh, okay.
Some might say I watched too many Terminator movies. But to the point now, whenever I open my Facebooking thing, it's got like a little thing saying, ask AI anything. And I turn it off. I turn my whole phone off. So I freak out, like, get out of here, Skynet. Like, I'm so mad.
Oh my gosh. They're not coming for you.
Just to give you an idea of how much I hated all of it, I tried to bring back actual mail. It was a mail book. So I had friends on a mail list, and I would send them mail.
Like letters?
A letter in the mail, and it would have like a box, like, this is a friend request for you. Do you accept? And then they would check the box, and then they mail it back to me.
Oh my god!
And I kept that going for like 2 years. I was so proud of it. I had like 4 friends, and it was great, and we were checking in on each other.
Like, are you talking like pen pal mail? Like not internet mail.
Pen pal?
Pen pal. When you back in the day,
it's called a pen pal.
Pen, because you're writing
with
in
a pen.
Yeah. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Okay, no, keep going. That's basically what it was.
Is that what it was? Okay,
yeah.
You know what'd be really cool?
What's that?
If like people like privately messaged us their emails and we like sent them little letters.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Because I actually like received. This is actually so weird. Not that long ago, before I moved in with my husband, I received a Christmas card that was handwritten.
Oh, doesn't it mean so much more now?
But it doesn't have anyone's name on it. And it was just saying how special I was. And I still to this day I have no idea who it's from.
Mystery card?
Yeah. But I was like, this is so cool. Like, who did this?
Network Ryan thinks it was a boyfriend from high school. I thought it was Network Ryan.
No.
He likes to, I like to dream that secretly down there somewhere in that dark, ugly soul of his that he's got a little bit of a heart. Maybe he did something nice like that once in his life, you know?
You write love letters. Aw.
See? He's a man. Yeah. He has no feelings. Feelings are for the
I've
weak.
written some love letters in my time, let me tell you.
Really?
Sucker for romance.
Now, what would a Brixie love letter consist of? I'd love to hear this.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, do you like the poems like roses are red and
no,
I love you?
But I do love a good poem. And
Really?
In university, like my favorite class was English and my favorite subject was like learning about the poems. I don't know.
What's your favorite type? Are you like a haiku person or are you
no,
more of
like literally any poem. I just kind of like figuring out poems that like have a meaning. So there's like this indigenous artist that talks about like I don't know, the history of indigenous people, and he wrote in it kind of what they had went through and what they have overcome and where they are now, and just magical things about like his parents and all this stuff, and you have to like decipher what it means, and lots of people
That is
don't
cool. Okay,
understand,
that's really
but
cool, yeah.
like you're learning and you're looking up so much stuff to try and figure it
Yeah.
out. So I like any poem, but
It like motivates you to
Yeah.
grow without you really knowing it.
yeah, I
love
like the
stuff
ones
like
yeah
that.
where I have to
Yeah.
think really deep about the meaning. So the ones that are like roses are red, violets are blue, you know.
But what if
Gary,
it-
you're sweet, but
But what if it's
Ryan
about
is
you?
too.
Well, now you're just lying. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot to be said with all of that as
Mm-hmm.
we continue to try again to force people to realize the importance more than ever to be good people.
Yeah. Also,
Right?
you know, maybe like if we started writing letters, people would like figure it out just in case this internet ever crashes, then they know how to write a letter and send it.
Do
'Cause
your
some people
kids
don't.
know how to write in cursive? Do they know how to handwrite? No, yours
Yeah.
don't? No?
Oh, they teach. Well, they haven't taught my youngest, but they just finished teaching our child in grade 6.
Okay.
So I don't know if the youngest will ever get it.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see. But my middle child, I guess, is teaching the youngest right now how to do it in their own time.
Yeah,
So
Network Ryan says they don't teach it in school anymore,
yeah.
which
Well,
is really scary. Because the reason I ask is because you can look at the screen here. I still write like the very first time I learned to write cursive.
that's not cursive though.
Well, it's hand. It's
That's
printing.
like
It's
chickens.
printing.
That's
Whatever.
like doctor writing.
It's printing. I write like a 2-year-old is my point. Look at these things. They're just like
Dr. Nickel.
they're just and I've always written like that. My dad's the same way though. The bottom line, his writing is nearly impossible to read. Like I go to the shop and then the old secretary house would be like, "Hey GM, come here for a second. Can you read this for me? You know your dad's writing." I'm like, "Yep." She'll be like, "What's this?" I'm like, "I don't know. See you later." And then I go play with some pipes.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
It's like impossible to read.
My writing is actually like that too, and everyone's so surprised when I like write something. They're like, "Ew, why do you write like that?" And I'm like, "I have no idea." But maybe it is because they taught me handwriting and regular writing.
Yeah.
And now it's just like I just connect them all, and
That
nobody
is
knows.
so scary to think about.
What?
Once again, I hate to keep going back to T1000s and the such, but once we get like the big EMP or whatever it's going to be, and you lose all your technology, how are people going to communicate? How are you going to write a note for someone to understand what's going on? How are you going to pass your messages along as we're running away in my 93 Dodge Shadow because it doesn't have a computer in it, and I'm
Yeah.
the only one without a computer in my car?
Or like way back in the day, people used to run for days, nonstop running. You could run for like 2 days straight because the human sweat and you're like just able to run. So they would run messages back and forth and hopefully make it before like the people of the war made it. And that's how they used to send messages.
Paul Revere. Was that Paul Revere?
That sounds like you learned something somewhere.
Well, there is a song that goes, "I had a little horsey named Paul Revere, just me, my horse, and a quart of beer."
but there's no
the
horses.
Beastie Boys.
It was like people would run on
No, I know,
foot.
I know.
Oh,
Like the British are coming. The British are coming. Remember that? Was that Laura Secord?
no, I don't know.
We should stop trying to talk about history like we know it, eh? I feel like we're false infoing now, which is never a good thing.
Well, yeah, you're true. Most of the time I stop myself right away. Like on my podcast, I was like, I don't know enough about this.
That's smart.
I need to stop talking, but that's what I've heard. So
Yeah,
I'm gossiping, but saying I'm gossiping. You know what I mean?
that's fun.
Yeah.
I like that. Who's your favorite character from the Little Mermaid? I'd really like to know right now.
Like,
Just the show, not even the amazing, incredible
Play?
musical that you have to
Just
go
like-
see
yeah.
at Persephone. Shout out to Kelsey Stone again, greatest choreographer on planet Earth.
Yes,
Love her family.
so
Will
good.
Violet, Tim, you guys are the best. And Lucy, sweet, sweet Lucy. Oh, her dog.
oh, that's funny.
Sorry, your favorite character.
Anyway, my favorite character has always been Ariel. I just like
That's such a stock answer.
loved but when I was younger, I kind of had like red hair, and so I was like vibing, and she was actually my
too.
vibing.
The
hates
term
it.
vibing is
Hates
so
it.
dumb.
But
Sorry,
anyway,
continue, yes.
she actually was my favorite princess for like my.
Okay, so this
whole
went
growing up.
beyond just the movie.
Yes, and
Okay,
I really
that's a little bit
love,
better. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and I love water. I love the ocean. I love fishies. I love snorkeling. So like it was just like
Yeah, you were all about
vibe. Anyway, sorry, I won't make you mad. But what's your favorite character?
I'm all like, I keep thinking it's Sebastian, but then you mentioned Flounder, and I'm like, well, Flounder was pretty sweet too. I sort of felt like a flounder, like a fatter fish trying to make it in
Yes.
the world, you know?
Yes.
So I was digging the Flounder, but I guess it would probably be Sebastian. So mine's stock
He's the
too. I shouldn't have
best.
asked, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the accent
Well-
and the reggae and like the music, and
Yeah.
he just had, to use your stupid term that I'll never use again, he just had the right vibe for young Gary, you know?
We're
I
gonna
was
clip
digging
that.
it. Ugh.
That's
I
funny.
just learned what that means too. That's how you promo.
Yeah.
The clip.
Clip it. Another really good character in the play though was the seagull.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He was
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
He was flying in and being all crazy. And during like the kiss the girl,
Why
he
don't
does
you
the
go on and kiss the girl?
he does the ugly singing. That's like,
on and kiss the girl. Woo, woo.
oh my God.
It's a great song.
People didn't tune out at that point.
This could be another great advertising point for Persephone to hit us up because we love promoting plays, man. And they do such an incredible job over there. And we got a bunch of friends involved with them already. Like that
Yeah.
could be a match made in heaven.
They're really
So we
good.
could bring some of the actors,
Just the actors
in.
on.
Yeah.
I saw some doing interviews with like the global news people. Like,
Put us on the rotation. Come on
Yeah.
by.
it was good.
That'd be great.
And
we just want to help.
yeah, it would be sweet if they were in costume. It would look so good on the set.
What if we could like recreate a scene from the play here in the incredible Dam Studios?
Yes, I for sure would.
This
yeah,
whole set is like we can. It's I like to say it's a total transformer. Like we can get this thing right out of here and get a full stage, and we can put on the whole play. We could do a play in here.
Yeah. Wow.
What more do you want?
That's
Live play in
Live
the
play.
studios.
yeah.
We know Kelsey Stone.
Well, what would be okay if you could make your own play? What would it be?
You know what? I need to know. Okay, this is good. What did he say? I didn't even hear.
He said we have 3 minutes left.
Oh, do you guys have Frankie's fingers? Are we gonna play out, or are we just gonna not play out? We won't do it. Don't even try
Nah.
it. That's an
This is
LB
the
thing. That's
most
his signature.
Basic show today.
My play
that we
would be
have.
Book of Mormon because I haven't seen it yet and I have to see it.
Okay,
Book of Mormon
that's nice. I would do something easy like
or Hannibal the musical.
I don't know
those
what
two.
that is.
It's the same thing. Trey and Matt Parker from South Park. Those are their musicals. They're so
Oh,
good.
okay, yeah.
What's it say in your notes there?
I like that.
I think we covered all of those. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you have the beard.
Well,
I
hold
could
on.
be Smeagol.
Hold on a second. One problem. I don't think we have enough power in this studio to do a 9-hour production. Okay, unless we do like the cut version where it's like we just take the ring, hop on. He said yes, we do.
Not
Just
today.
take the ring, hop on your bird, fly to the volcano, and drop it. That'll be the version we do.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
I
that's
could
good.
sing "My Precious" in ASMR, like hardcore.
You always go back to the ASMRs.
I just can't get over that you didn't know what it was, and I just like
It's
whispering
so
into a
weird.
microphone.
I don't find it as calming as it should be, I think. I'd rather listen to someone, talk about tech stuff.
Why not?
That'll fall me asleep real quick. Hey, if you like sit here and tell me about how like Adobe is better than this one or something like that.
Okay, what if they talked about that and then whispered it at the same time? That'd be a
And I'd be like,
nighttime.
I can't hear you. Turn it up. I'd be mad at my volume controls. So, see, it's just a whole lot of rage. How's our time looking, guys? Are we doing okay? You want us to get out of here? Okay. So we're not going to play.
Recap.
We're not going to play Frankie's Fingers. Recap. What did we learn today? What do we need to know?
You guys need to check out The Little Mermaid at Persephone Theater.
Yes.
Gary cried all weekend.
Yes. Shout out to the Fire in the Kitchen Cook-Off and the Pink Wig Gala.
Yes. We want to send you guys letters in the mail, so send us your address privately.
True.
And
Your podcast.
my podcast, Past Our Bedtime, period, all one word.
Yeah.
And
We got One Bad Son podcast probably dropping this weekend, as well as the Gary and Brando Get Good at Games extravaganza, as well as all the audio versions of this show, all waiting for you at dufferinave.com. You go
Yes.
there, you can find it all. Thanks to our man Royal Anders for setting all of that up.
Yes.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook is all there at dufferinave.com as well, isn't it? Yeah, sweet.
Yes.
See, so you got all that too. We have all the socials. Again, if you hate social media as much as I do, to the point where it may have contributed to you being let go from a previous job, find a Wendy Brooks social media maven. She will do it for you. I don't do a single thing now. And she's so cheap and she's so good at what she does. That sounds bad the second I said it. Price-wise, the price is right.
Very
Yeah,
affordable.
Now I learned something too.
Yeah.
You guys both learned how to run a show without LB today. So that was well, sorry, not you. Ethan, you learned how to run a show today without LB. So that's great.
Yeah.
You are an absolute star, brother. Thank you for saving the day. Network Ryan, you're a piece of poop. We don't like you. Get out of here.
I like
Producer
you.
Ryan, great job today. Actually, I'll give him some props. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
We like producer Ryan. He's the exact opposite.
SMART.
The real one. And you did it right again.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Have yourself the most incredible rest of your Monday in the history of your life. This has been your show. We love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. And remember, do a good thing today, all right? Karma is very, very real. If you do good things, you'll notice that good things will start happening to you. I promise. That's the only thing I can promise you. So take that home tonight.
Can you feed the bird?
Feed the bird.
Yeah.
That's how we'll end it. All right. Take us out, Ethan. Still feeding.
Come on.
Still feeding. I don't know. We go till the kids.
I'm hungry.
So am I.